Big game this weekend, David. You're hosting Man City. How do you see it going, bruv?
Cole Palmer revenge game. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. No, we're gonna get smashed. I can't lie. City are a really good side. They're probably the best side in the league. And we're not. So they're probably gonna beat us by like 2 goals, I'd say. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy they gave us Cole Palmer because he's probably been our best player. I can't lie.
We didn't give you him, bro. You paid 45 million pounds.
Hey, in the same way you gave us Cole Palmer, I gave Arsenal Kai Havertz, and I gave Man United Mason Mount. So they're all presents. The successfulness of what you get given that's dependent on the player. I'm happy with Cole Palmer. So yeah, they're probably going to beat us. But I would say we play a lot better against the bigger sides than we do the smaller sides, just because of the nature of the way our squad's built.
Are you saying City are a big club there, bro?
How can I not? Of course they are. Hey, in my eyes, we're oil cousins. So realistically, we can't chat too much. Yeah. If Chelsea could win the league, I don't mind if City win the league because you won a treble and I heard nothing. I didn't hear a thing from anyone. So it's not the end of the world.
I just want to say it's crazy. Chelsea have gotten an academy player from Manchester City, and he's coming in and he's playing like their best player at this moment in time. That just goes to show you the levels that Manchester City are. They have academy players like Cole Palmer who can go to another team, another top 6 team, and just be their best player. Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko came to our team, that they were basically rotation pieces for them and are one of the best players. It just shows you how much quality is at Manchester City, and it's
also a mark of how bad Chelsea are.
Yeah,
it's also a mark of how bad Chelsea is.
Do you know what it is with this fixture? And David alluded to it. Chelsea, yes, they have been better in the bigger games. Arsenal, Liverpool couldn't go there and get 3 points. They beat Spurs the other day, but I just think it's City, and I think in every look, if you're playing the name of the team and the badge and the stadium and whatnot, yes, on paper it looks a bit crazy, but if you actually take the game for what it is and the players that Chelsea have right now, I don't even think City just win this. I think they win this comfortably. I think this is the first top 6 game where City just win comfortably, and I think in every department, I think it could be cagey quite early, but then once City have to get that first goal,
it's very comfortable for them.
My one thing with this fixture is compared to all the other top 6 fixtures, they just have a better midfield than we do. Like,
I just realised what you said. I just realised what you said, Tom. I don't include United right now. No disrespect to Terry, but I wasn't even including that. So go on.
Like when we play United, Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, we've always had like a better, if not comparable, midfield. Whereas like City's midfield, I just think is just better than ours. Like I'm not the biggest Bernardo Silva fan, but he's a very good player. And like Rodri is just very, very, very good. So it's going to be really hard to like win that battle. And if we don't win that battle, then it's going to be very hard to get players like Cole.
Do you not trust Conor Gallagher to turn up for you?
Oh, don't start that man.
David, he's been one of your better players. He's been one of your better players.
He's my club. He's bad, bro. He's bad. He's a bad.
How does it make you feel that every point you get helps us going forward in the next 3 weeks?
For you guys.
Exactly. Conor Gallagher.
No, David. Wait, quickly, Agal, quickly. Remove your agenda, David. Has he been good this season? Yes or no?
He has. He's been for his level. He's been good. But that's it. Do you know who I said the same thing about? Mason Mount, and now look what he's doing at United.
Okay, Dave.
Let's stop with these strays at my club, please. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
If Enzo and Caicedo do their job defensively, and Conor Gallagher does his job being the pest, winning the ball high up the pitch, it allows your attack to win the ball high up the pitch and then be able to counterattack quickly against City. That's the only way you're really gonna capitalize on, or maybe set pieces. But I don't even know if set pieces you're that good at it. So Conor Gallagher and your midfield being on job is gonna be a hard ask. But if there's any player in your team that is going to work 100% the hardest throughout the whole game, and he's going to try to do his best, Conor Gallagher. I don't know who you're going to bring in.
Just to add on to that,
is not there.
David, quickly, just to add on to that as well. Chelsea are going to get chances here and there. Due to City having more of the ball, you're not going to get that much chances. And the chances you do get, you're going to have to take. Chances you get in abundance on a normal game, you don't even take. So this is why I just see this being a comfortable win for City.
I honestly have a different take on this whole game. I feel like City are a great team, but let's be honest, Chelsea are more suited to play teams like City and bigger teams that give them more space to allow them to counterattack.
So what's your take though, then, Igal? Are you saying that we're going to lose?
No, I'm saying you guys might draw. They might draw.
All of that.
I honestly think
draw.
I think Chelsea could get a point off this because let's be honest, Chelsea's defense has actually not been that bad this season. It's been the fact that they can't finish. Their midfield, their attack has been connecting. It's just they couldn't finish their chances. They make chances, and you want to know something? They score more of their chances against the bigger teams because those teams play more football and don't set up low blocks. If City if City is going to go there, they're not going to be defensive. They're going to be progressive. They're going to attack, and it's going to leave Chelsea an opportunity to catch them on the break. And if Chelsea can catch them on the break, they can get something from this game. It's not.
Wait, Gal, I have to caveat that.
A little voodoo on that too.
Sorry,
don't forget.
Sorry, I have to caveat that, Gal. You're saying they scored their big chance against the teams. Against us, they scored from a set piece. Against Spurs, they scored their 3 goals with 9 men. And against you lot, it was a fluke, as you say, it was a fluky cross and a penalty. So they don't score these free-flowing goals in the big games.
Guess what? In the big games, they show up.
Fair. You can't say they take their chances. And Gal, the thing is, I'm starting to rate Chelsea. I think they are improving week by week. I actually agree with some points that you make, but I just feel going forward, they're hardly going to get chances against City, and the ones they have to take, they won't. Therefore, I just think City will win this comfortably.
Yeah, I'm not saying chances here, guys.
Their chances against City. Their chance against City is not going to be where there's 4 players swarming on one player, like there would be against Brentford or some of these other teams. They're gonna have opportunities to catch them, and you know what?
City do have great chances. City gonna have chances to score.
And you're going to have many more of them, LB.
But guess what? Chelsea's going to have to be very pessimistic in this game. They're going to have to be very, very defensive. And that's the only way they're going to do something. If they can keep this game close going into the final minutes, what's to say they can't get a jammy win or a draw?
What makes you think Chelsea will keep this game close against Manchester City?
Chelsea's strength is they have midfielders who are not creating all these amazing chances, but Enzo Caicedo and Conor Gallagher defensively are a good base for a midfield, and their center backs and their wingers and their fullbacks have been really good defensively.
Yeah, but you're not talking about City, Gal. Speak on City.
City this season have been what they usually are. They're really good attacking wise. They're really good defensively, and they're one of the best teams in the league. But as we've seen against Wolves and as we've seen against Arsenal,
no Rodri both games.
If you keep them close, and you have a defensive setup, you can find a way to get them.
No. That's them 2 games need to be forgotten about. We had no Rodri.
No, but how are we going to forget about the 2 games where you lost?
But because we played
they were missing their best player.
That is the blueprint on how to beat City.
Yeah, no, but we played a different system. We played a narrow system to pack out the midfield to compensate for the lack of Rodri. We're not going to do that against Chelsea because we've got Rodri.
It's like this again. Arsenal went to a game without Saka and then tried to play the same way, but with Eddie Nketiah on the right wing. And then people tried to throw that at you, saying, "Oh, you can't attack down the right."
Guys, injuries are part of the game. One second. We just said injuries are part of the game. Why is it that? Why is it out of the realm of possibility? Why is it out of the realm? I get it that Rodri's there. I'm not always defending Chelsea, but I'm merely saying it's not out of the realm of possibility. No, I said I don't always defend Chelsea, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that a team that's been decent defensively, they've struggled to score. If they get an opportunity, they'll be able to hold on.
Let's have it right. The reason why you're supporting Chelsea right now is because just like us, every point they win helps us.
Exactly.
That's exactly why you're supporting Chelsea right now. Just be honest about it.
I was just about to say that.
I also don't want people to forget that this is football, and it is always a possibility where the other team can do something.
No, of course, but
we can say that about every game. We can say that about every game.
No, but I'm giving you the blueprint on how they can capitalize on City. City are a great team. No one's taking away from how good City are. I just started my whole statement by saying.
Sorry, my rebuttal quickly, Terry. My rebuttal to that is I understand everything. I would love nothing more than a Chelsea win, but you're saying Chelsea can have a smash and grab, whatnot, get these chances, but are they going to take these chances? That's exactly what they've not been doing this season. Is these chances they get, they can't finish in the back of the net. So I don't really get
And the
your
City
point.
not taking our
Is
chances.
No,
Are we not taking
one
our
second.
chances?
The quality of the chance that they're going to get against a team that is attacking them to the quality of the chance they're going to get against a team that's setting up a low block is different. That's my point.
I hear you, Igal.
I put 45 minutes of Chelsea getting put in on infinite one-on-ones against Tottenham.
Exactly, Tom. Exactly.
About half of them.
Exactly.
Hang on, guys. I understand what. Listen, I understand where Agal's coming from. I suppose all you've got to do is go a step further, Agal, and say, I think they'll get those chances, and I think they'll score more than City. You're just not quite going in on your opinion. You're leaving it. You the door's ajar. You're not quite walking through. So if you think they're going to get something, say it. But you're not there. Lewis, from your point of view, do you have any concerns about going to Stamford Bridge, or do you think this will be not an easy game, but are you confident of picking up those 3 points?
Of course I'm confident. I can't not be confident. You know what I mean? We've got a decent record there. I don't think they're clinical enough. I think Chelsea are not clinical enough in front of goal. I think City will create chances, and I think we'll win the game 3-0. I just think Igal's just completely.
I think you're being disrespectful to Chelsea.
Why am I? They finished 12th last year. They're currently sitting in.
No, it's not about. It's not about. 1 second. It's not about that they finished 12th. They have a midfield that is actually been good. They have a solid defense. Their attack is what's been poor. Don't think you're gonna go to their house and beat them 3-0.
Why?
I just told you their midfield and their defense.
So the midfield. So what about our midfield? What about this? Is what I'm saying. You're not taking into consideration any of our treble winning side. We've got Erling Haaland up top, and you're just completely ignoring the fact of this and just start acting like we're not going to create no chances.
Guess what? Their job for the 90 minutes is to neutralize the service that's going to Erling Haaland. If they can do that, it won't matter if Erling Haaland's on the pitch.
To be fair,
they got Doku too, who had like 37 GA last game. What are you talking about?
Doku's the one for me, and I people take this a dig at Jack Grealish. Doku's doing for City what I thought Grealish would do.
No, but Terry, can I quickly rebuttal that though? And I think LV will agree. LV will agree. Recently, we know the saying in football, competition should normally raise your level, especially within your position of the field. Grealish has actually been, I don't know if you've seen recently, been trying to beat his man, be trying to do everything we wanted Grealish to be.
But that doesn't, for me, that doesn't debunk what I'm saying, that enhances it. So you're saying now Grealish is doing it because Doku is doing what I thought Grealish would do from day one. And there's so many things Grealish does that are beautiful. But for me, he didn't move the needle enough when it comes to creating chances and scoring goals regularly enough. Not saying he didn't score. Not saying he didn't create. Doku, for me, though, just looks...
Terry, what I now think...
Haaland's a danger man. Of course he is, putting the ball in the back of the net. But Doku, what I love about watching him play, he passes the eye test and he passes the statistical analysis of getting output for an attacker. He is doing both things. This kid's got the ability to be world-class because he's doing the two most important things. He's beating men, he's looking great, technically brilliant, and he's scoring and creating. And as an attacker... I don't really care about 95% of the other metrics. That is what you are judged on. What you create.
That's why I think. That's why I think.
He's got Mark Cucurella to deal with, and if not, it'll be Levi Colwill at centre, who should be a centre back playing left back. Where do you
think he'll go? Where do you think he'll play, Lewis, Doku? Do you think he'll start? And if so, will it be left or right?
I'd start him left hand side. I'd start him left hand side. Yeah, and I'd have Foden on the right.
RJ's called.
It'll last 20 minutes. It'll probably last 20 minutes. The fact is, this team is going to create chances. This team statistically will. Am I right? This team is going to create chances against Chelsea. The XG will be through the roof, man. And the gal just completely ignoring everything.
XG is the most overrated stat.
What about the XGA and the VMP 27,491 COVID-19?
MPXG minus XA plus the 37,
Terry,
you're obviously a very intelligent man. I'm a bit of a moron, so I don't even know what that means, brother. But sorry, Ron, what you saying, my bro?
Quickly, just back onto the Grealish, and of course, Doku's playing better at the moment. Some people think he's the better player, and he merits starting. But what I'm now trying to say is, now Grealish's pride's been a bit hurt. He's like, you know what Doku's doing, I should have been doing today. I've walked in. I know it's down to instruction, Pep telling him to do certain things. But what I now think Terry, is the next couple months, you'll see maybe a rise in Grealish GA because he's hurt. He's thinking, I need to get back in this team. Now it's going to be a selection headache.
So are we all going to admit I was right then? That he weren't producing enough GA? And that's all I've ever said about him. He was a bad footballer. I've just basically said, I think City would still have achieved what they've done in the last few years without Jack Grealish. I'm not saying with nobody else replacing him.
I agree.
Another good quality player there. I just wanted, and I only say it because he says a lot about Harry Kane. Harry Kane had the numbers, but I was so desperate for him to leave Tottenham because look what he's doing now at a giant club. The guy's on course to break the single season goal scoring record in Germany. And I think he'll do it as long as he stays fit. And he's going to become a legend. He's going to become an actual legend of football. And Jack Grealish, I looked at him and thought, look, he's part of a team that's won a treble. And I think his antics and his personality is amazing. And that makes him a star. But I wanted Jack Grealish, and I hate saying this because he's a City player, because I loved him as a player. I wanted him to be the star. I wanted him to be the man that was the actual poster boy. But it isn't. Rodri, KDB,
you think it's because he's not free enough?
All these guys. If you actually got City fans to be honest and say, if you could lose Rodri forever, or you lose Grealish forever, every one of those comparisons to their top players, Grealish is picked to leave over all of those guys. And I wanted Grealish to be the main guy, is what I'm saying. That's why I have a pop.
Do you think it's because he's not free at City, though? I mean, is that the reason he's not free to be himself? Like at the Villa.
That was the excuse, but then Doku's free. That's why I've always said it's bullshit. Because Doku's come in, and it isn't like the manager's going, "Oh, Doku, get off the fucking pitch. Why are you dribbling past people, you bastard? Why are you scoring, Doku, you little cunt? Get off the pitch." But he ain't doing that. There's nonsense that Jack Grealish was held back by instructions, but Doku isn't. It's always been a lie. And we knew it was a lie. And I love Grealish. And I've always praised how good City are. But
if it goes the way of Sterling, we'll take him. 35, 40 million pounds.
Doku's a problem, though. Doku's a problem because this guy,
you know what frustrates me?
He comes on the pitch and he gives them a different element that they haven't had since Sane, I would say. So
do you know what annoys me? And Tom, you lot might not know this. LB probably does. He's done his research. Tom will know this. He came to. Yes, he came to Melwood. We gave him a tour. We could have.
Why didn't
and
you
he actually wanted to come. I don't know. We wanted to come. Sadio Mane said to the club, "Look, I think we should sign him." And at the time, correct me if I'm wrong, Tom. I think it was only for about 25 million. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was within our remit.
Yeah, you know what? He rejected you, man. He wanted to wait for a proper club, and that's why he wanted a
bit of
real football.
If he's going on the left, he's got Reece James. If he's going on the right, he's got Kukurea. No worries.
Does he start?
No worries for me at all.
Does he start or does he come off the bench?
I'd start him. I'd start him on the left-hand side.
I don't see why you wouldn't start Jeremy Doku because he's the only winger in this league that, to me, is as frightening as what Leroy Sané used to be. And Sané used to be the only player who scared me going up against him because he can do you. City had this thing and everyone was praising him for it. Oh, look at how nice their wings are. It's all inverted. Sometimes you just need a winger who goes, "You're my fullback. I'm going to take it on and do you in."
Yeah.
That's all Doku does to a very, very high level. And now that he's adding the rest of it.